The first restaurant in history may not have been the first place where people paid for food. It may have been the first place where a stranger was treated like an honored guest. Long before modern dining rooms, ancient cities were filled with places to eat. In Roman towns such as Pompeii, customers approached stone counters called thermopolia, where jars held prepared food and drink. Inns served travelers, taverns served workers, and street sellers fed crowded neighborhoods. Around the year 1100, during China's Song dynasty, the great cities of Kaifeng and Hangzhou developed an even more advanced dining culture. Travelers could choose regional dishes, order from attendants, and eat in busy establishments that looked surprisingly familiar. So why is the birth of the restaurant usually connected to Paris? The answer begins with a word. In 18th century France, a restaurant was not originally a building, it was something people consumed, a rich broth believed to restore strength. The word came from the idea of restoring the body. These soups were sold to tired, weak, or fashionable customers who wanted a light and private meal. Then, around 1765 or 1766, a Parisian businessman opened an establishment unlike the common inns and taverns of the time. For generations, the owner was remembered simply as boulanger, a seller of broth. Modern research points more strongly toward Mathurin Rose de Chantoiseau, an ambitious man who promoted new ideas for business and public life. Inside his dining room, customers did not have to wait for one shared meal at a fixed hour. They could arrive at different times, sit at small individual tables, and choose from several delicate dishes. The room was calm, respectable, and designed to make paying guests feel personally welcomed. This was not simply food for survival. It was privacy, choice, and service sold together. But the story soon became tangled in legend. One famous tale claims that Boulanger challenged the powerful guild of Parisian caterers by serving sheep's feet in white sauce. The caterers supposedly took him to court and lost. It is a perfect origin story, one brave cook defeating the old system. Yet historians have found no firm record of the dramatic trial. The first restaurant may have been born not in a courtroom, but quietly, through changing habits. A second name then enters the story, Antoine Beauvillier, a skilled former household chef connected with French nobility. In the 1780s, he opened the Grande Taverne de Londres in Paris. Sources differ on whether it began in 1782 or 1786, but its importance is clear. Beauvillier combined an elegant room, trained waiters, fine cooking, a wine cellar, and a wide choice of dishes. Guests were not merely buying a bowl of restorative broth, they were buying an experience. Then history accelerated. The French Revolution began in 1789. Noble households broke apart, aristocrats fled, and many talented cooks lost their private employers. The old guild system also weakened and was abolished. Chefs who had once cooked behind palace walls began serving anyone who could pay. Paris filled with new dining rooms, printed menus, mirrors, table linen, wine lists, and carefully prepared meals. This is why there is no single simple answer to the question, when was the first restaurant? Ancient Rome had fast food. Song dynasty China had sophisticated urban dining. Chantoiseau helped create the intimate restaurant, built around choice and personal service. Beauvillier turned it into polished public luxury. The Revolution helped spread the idea across Paris and eventually around the world. Every time we enter a restaurant, sit at our own table, study a menu, and choose what to eat, we repeat a ritual shaped by thousands of years of travel, trade, hunger, ambition, and social change. The first restaurant was not invented in one moment. It emerged when eating away from home became more than necessity and became an experience designed for the individual. If you enjoy stories like this, please follow for more hidden history and untold stories from around the world.